So we just got out of Pacific Rim 2.
Yes, The Uprising.
The Uprising.
Although it's hard to tell what The Uprising actually was. But...
Yeah. We should mention that I couldn't help but notice a lot of people were kind of quiet with this movie.
Yeah, there wasn't really a whole lot of buzz about it.
Yeah, in fact,
outside of the trailers.
In fact, I kept forgetting it was coming out.
Yeah.
And that's not a good thing.
No, it's not.
I mean, I haven't seen... not that I see reviews, because I wait till we do our review before I watch other people's reviews. Right. But I haven't seen anybody really posting reviews. Nobody on Twitter was really talking about anything.
Yeah.
Which was very worrisome. And,
yeah.
so we finally got to watch it. The only information I had was Andre of Black Nerd Comedy posted his review, and in the title it says it's basically Power Rangers,
which terrified me because I thought he meant the movie that just came out.
Yeah, I think I kind of see what he was saying, because I wasn't sure if he meant the movie or the TV show.
Yeah.
I think he was referring to the movie.
Yes,
and
definitely.
I think I kind of see why he would say that, but I don't know. What did you think of it?
It was mediocre, I thought.
Yeah.
There wasn't really anything too remarkable. It hit all the right beats. There was one twist I didn't see coming, but more into that later.
Yes, well, that's spoilers, by the way.
Yeah.
The one really good thing this movie did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of got the same vibe. I think it's about on par with the first one.
Yeah.
Roughly, I don't know. I think the first one was better. This one, it felt a bit rushed.
Well, yeah, considering it was only like, what, an hour and a half?
Yeah, like an hour, like under 2 hours.
And again, like with most films we watch, and I have this complaint a lot, not to sound like a broken record, but it tried to do too much with very little time to do it in.
Yeah. So. And there wasn't a whole lot of robot fighting until the very end.
Yeah.
I mean, there was like one or two moments, like there's one kind of at the beginning, and then there's one or two in the middle, and then the big climax. So it kind of waited to blow its load on us there.
It's giant kaiju-sized load.
Most of it was just talking and exposition, and there's that whole subplot about this this company wanting to make Jaeger drones.
Yeah, the Shaw Industries.
Yeah, and that was supposed to replace the pilots, and everybody was like, "You can't replace the pilots!" And
yeah, it's
a bunch of politics, and there was like protesters.
Why? What were they?
Yeah, what were they protesting? There was this bit where they go to Sydney, and they have the Jaeger there, and then they have the girl who is the head of the Shaw industry or whatever, and
yeah,
and there was protesters. Like, who were they protesting? Were they protesting her? Or were they protesting the Jaegers?
Were they protesting the drones? It doesn't make any sense.
I don't know.
It's just, yeah, we're here and we're holding signs. I guess.
What are we protesting? Who cares? Just be angry.
We're not gonna protest. Oh, sorry, a different movie. But
yeah, so that was weird.
That was really strange. And then
the one thing that bothered me in this movie, because Mako was there.
Yes,
she was there. Charlie came back. Also, what's his name?
Gottlieb.
Yeah, he was there. There weren't a whole lot of people from the first movie that came back
because they were mostly dead.
Yeah, they never explained what happened to Jake Sully.
Yeah, that's true. He just kind of disappeared.
Yeah, spoilers. He lives at the end of the movie, and they never mention him.
Yeah, he never.
What happened?
Yeah, what happened to him?
Did he retire? Is he in Boca Raton?
Yeah, exactly.
Did he go to the Atlantic coast as far away from the Pacific Rim as possible?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he lives on the East Coast.
He's like, fuck this, I'm going to the safe side of the country.
Exactly. It would take him forever to get this far.
And there was and there were some like plot points that went nowhere. Like there's a part where they had to go to this like abandoned facility in Siberia.
Yeah.
That was just that they went there and they there was like a there was a scene with a rogue Jaeger in this. We'll talk about why when we start getting into spoilers.
What was it? Obsidian Fury?
Yeah. Pretty cool name, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, they went there, and they were told to go there by Mako, and then there was like no reason for them to be there other than to encounter that Jaeger. So it's like, why would she know that was gonna be there? Yeah, why did they go there in the first place? Like there was little things like that made no sense.
So essentially, it's how many years after the whole kaiju war ended? It was 10 years.
10 years.
And so, John Boyega, who was was definitely the best thing about this film.
Yes, he was.
Far and fucking away.
I'll say that there weren't any bad characters in this. I don't think.
I don't know. His sidekick. Yeah, I didn't like her.
The girl.
Yeah.
At first a little bit, but I think by the end
she grated on me.
Yeah, I see why you would say that, but yeah, I wasn't as upset with her. But anyway, go on.
He's essentially been living in a burned out city that was never repaired, just like scavenging things like a hobo for 10 years,
selling parts for Captain Crunch and Oreos.
Yes. The barter system works, I guess. I don't know.
That was my favorite part, where he traded some part, and the guy gave him like two bags of Oreos, and he was like, "Still good. Oh, that's the good stuff." You know, they say Oreos are addicting.
Oh yes, they are.
I think they've been proven to be addicting, like by science.
I don't doubt it whatsoever.
Anyway,
because I keep buying them.
Anyway,
but it's like, and apparently. Minor point, but Sriracha is apparently a precious commodity in this universe.
Is it really?
Remember, he traded parts for like 2 whole cases of this stuff.
Oh, I must have missed that one. I just remember the Captain Crunch and the Oreos.
Yeah.
But by the way, great product placement.
Yeah. So that's how he makes his living, stealing scrap. And apparently he was working for Asher from Spartacus Blood and Sand, briefly until he trapped him inside a burned out Jaeger.
Yeah.
And apparently the capacitor he wanted was already stolen by,
what was her name?
Junior McSidekick.
Okay.
I don't remember.
We'll just call her Sidekick.
Yeah. She had a name, but fuck me if I remember what it was. It was that unremarkable. So she stole the part, he tracked her down, they both get arrested. Mako says, "You have to re-enlist, otherwise you're gonna go to jail." And it's just like, he's like, "Fuck, I guess so, fine, whatever." And then he goes back to one of the Shatter Domes, which, I'm sorry, that's still a cool name. If they ever make a sports stadium
the Shatter
for like
Dome.
some new extreme future sport they're coming out with, they need to call it the Shatter Dome.
Yeah.
Because that's awesome.
So he
Mutant League, Shatter Dome.
He becomes a trainer, and she becomes a cadet, and she meets all the other character archetypes.
Yes.
In the bunkers.
Mm-hmm.
There's Angry Girl.
Yeah.
There's
Annie from the Angry Girl, basically Annie Leonhardt from Attack on Titan.
Oh my God! She even looked like her. You're right. Holy shit. She's still a better character than anyone in Attack on Titan.
Yes.
But we're not going to get into that.
We're not going down that road.
Nope. So yeah, basically the whole plot of this movie was this company wanted to build drone Jaegers that are piloted remotely instead of having 2 people having to sync up and all that. But then it was the woman and Charlie was helping him. I'm just gonna call him Charlie. I know his name is Newt, but I'm just gonna call him Charlie because he's just Charlie, okay?
What this movie needed was just, never mind. Let's get further into it first before I say what I'm going to say.
This movie needed Danny DeVito. That's what it needed.
No, let's keep going before I make
they were making these drones, and this is getting into spoilers, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
So Obsidian Fury was the rogue drone that showed up, and rogue Jaeger rather, and it fought Gypsy in Sydney.
Gypsy Avenger, not Gypsy Danger.
Yeah, it's a new one because Gypsy Danger got blowed up.
Yep.
So Then they meet it again when they went on that wild goose chase in Siberia.
Yep.
And then they beat it down finally. It was John Boyega and what other guy?
I forgot his name. I call him Iceman because he essentially was the Iceman to Boyega's Maverick in this movie.
We'll just call him Iceman then. So Finn and Iceman.
Finn and Iceman.
Beat the thing down, and they rip its face off.
Yep.
And inside of it is this pulsing bit of flesh.
It's a kaiju brain.
Yeah, someone put a kaiju brain in it. And the big twist of this movie is that Charlie was, in the first movie, when he drifted with the kaiju brain, apparently part of it stayed inside his head and was slowly controlling him. And this is like the best part of this whole movie.
Yeah.
So
the precursors, the race that sent the kaiju, were essentially going into his brain and making him do shit he didn't want to do.
Yeah. So he was working to help build the drones, and the way the drones work is that they use kaiju brains that are remotely controlled. But the kaiju brains take over the Jaegers, so it's basically half Jaeger, half kaiju. Which they actually, I do remember them saying that was going to be the premise of the next movie. Like, they wanted to do half Jaeger, half kaiju.
Yeah.
Like hybrids.
And honestly, the way that scene played out, I'm just like, they completely ripped off Neon Genesis Evangelion. No, they really did, because there was one part in Evangelion where an angel takes over one of the Evas, and Shinji has to beat it down. It's actually one of the most infamous scenes, but yeah, that's the way the kaiju starts...
The first series, or was it the newer one?
It's in both.
Because
Rebuild is essentially... It starts out as a remake of the original, but the same thing happens. There's some minor tweaks, but yeah. It's Eva Unit 3 gets taken over and just goes berserk.
Yeah, it's been a while since
Shinji has to fight it, but the way... It wasn't just that, but it was the way they kind of transformed. It looked almost exactly like that.
Spikes coming out of the whole thing.
Like the neck stretches and there's gooey bits and shit.
Its flesh was all fused with the circuits and the wires and
Watch
everything.
the movie and then watch the scene from Evangelion right after.
If that was the case, then I'm guessing that's what inspired that bit.
Yeah, that, and it was kind of also the mass-produced Evas at the end, in the end movie.
Yeah, so
they kind of look like them.
So yeah, so Charlie goes rogue. Charlie was always a loose cannon. Let's be honest.
And that's what I was saying. Like at that point in the movie where he turns heel, it should have went. It's Always Sunny, and it just would have cut to black and have Charlie gets brainwashed and tries to destroy the world.
Somebody do that. Somebody do that. If that footage is online, somebody do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So yeah, he goes rogue. The Jaegers open up rifts, and 3 kaijus come out.
Yes.
And they they stop the rogue Jaegers by like blowing up their heads, or they had some kind of program that fucked them up.
It was Madame Zhao that did it.
Yeah. So they stop the Jaegers, but 3 kaijus get out, and they find out that they're headed finally for Tokyo.
Yeah.
Which was something I felt was missing from the first movie.
Because apparently Mount Fuji is a super volcano and they were trying to get it to blow its stack.
Yeah, and basically just wipe out everybody.
They should have just gone to Yellowstone. It's overdue anyway.
Yeah. So they have this giant fight in Tokyo, which, again, if you're going to have a movie with giant monsters and giant robots, why the hell would you leave Japan out of it?
Exactly.
Again, that was what's missing from the first one.
That and Ron Perlman.
Yeah, where was he?
I missed him in this one. Why
wasn't he in this one?
I don't know.
Still characters that could have came back.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, maybe he went out of business since the war ended. Because that was his whole thing.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, well. Maybe he went to go work for that restaurant in New Jersey that he named himself after.
Yeah, exactly.
whatever his origin was. So so they have this big fight in Tokyo, and then Charlie shows up with his iPad.
Yeah.
And he has like an alternate plan. Apparently, he made these like giant robot rats that just scurried around through the streets.
They kind of look like. They almost look like brine shrimp.
Yeah, there was some kind of like weird skittery creature, like spiders or something. So they all went over to the kaijus, and they basically just fused the 3 kaijus
into a super kaiju.
Into a mega kaiju.
Yes.
And it basically whoops everyone's ass, and they have to like sacrifice Gypsy again to destroy it.
Yeah, they dropped it from the upper atmosphere and just bisected the goddamn thing.
Yeah. So that was pretty much the movie, and then it ends.
It just abruptly ends.
It abruptly ends.
It's like, we did it! End.
Like, Boyega and Sidekick, like, get out of their Jaeger, and they're having a snowball fight.
Yeah.
In celebration, and then Captain What's-His-Name punches Charlie and takes him into custody.
Iceman.
Iceman. That's pretty much the movie.
Yeah, it really was way... I know I'm asking for trouble with this, but I do think it could have been longer, just slightly longer.
I bet there was edits.
Cause I'm just like Pacific Rim. I'm just like, what the fuck just happened?
I think there's gonna be an extended cut.
There has to be.
Because
if it comes out on Blu-ray.
Because that was a problem. Like the pacing was kind of a problem.
Mm-hmm.
It like they were just rushing through exposition. Like we need to inform the audience about this. Okay, now we got to go here. We got to inform everybody about this.
Yeah.
It's like we're here for the giant robot fights. What are you doing?
I know.
I mean I don't expect every movie to be high art. Like when I go see Pacific Rim, I expect it to be a popcorn flick. I want to see giant robots punch giant monsters.
I want to see big dumb action. That's what I want to see.
And that's what these movies are. And I can appreciate that.
Yeah.
But you held out on us.
Yeah, it's like if I wanted to see something cerebral, I'd go check out the Oscar bait that's coming out later this year.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think this was bad.
No,
I still found it very engaging, and I thought the characters were fine for what they are. I mean, I think everybody did a good job. I think Boyega and Iceman had some good back and forth.
Yeah, Boyega definitely.
Yeah, Charlie was great as always. The Gottlieb was good.
Yeah, those two guys were great. It's a shame they didn't team up like they did in the first one, because they had a really good dynamic going.
Yeah, also there's apparently sequel bait in this movie.
Yeah.
Apparently, tell them we're coming for them this time.
Yeah, exactly.
So I guess we're going through the rift in the supposed third movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I can kind of see why this movie was on the down low a little bit. I'd say if you enjoyed the first movie, you'll probably like this one.
Yeah.
So, I guess it's kind of maybe a hard recommendation, maybe?
Yeah, I wouldn't go rush it to see it out in the theater. Maybe matinee it. Oh god, I'm starting to sound like Double Toasted. Please don't sue us. Anyway.
No one knows who we are, it's fine. Anyway, that was Pacific Rim 2.
Yeah.
It was okay.
Yes.
And I guess that's
it's like half a thumb up, I guess. Roger Ebert's dead, I can still do that. It's so Siskel.
Yeah. Well, it's okay. We have internet critics now, because everybody's got something to say nowadays.
Mm-hmm. It's a cesspool of opinions.
Yeah, that's accurate. Anyway, Pacific Rim 2, I'd give it like I don't know, if I did a rating, I'd probably give it like a 6 out of 7.
I'd wait for Blu-ray.
Yeah. See,
and not even like extended edition special Blu-ray, it's just like standard Blu-ray.
Yeah. I'm sure there might be an extended cut. They're probably gonna... I am interested to see if there's any deleted scenes. But, for what it is right now, again, it's just okay.
Yeah.
It's passable, and honestly, nowadays that's really the best you can hope for.
Yeah, that's true.
It wasn't a cacophony of what the fuckery like A Wrinkle in Time was.
Oh, fuck's sake, yeah. Oh. And thankfully there wasn't as much whimsy, but that was the thing that irked me, was when the girl started fangirling all of overall, like, that's that one, and I did this, and that's that one, and I'm just like, shut up.
I can see that. I mean, if you've seen giant robots for the first time, it's kind of awesome.
I guess.
Yeah, do you have anything else you got to say about this one?
Not really.
No?
No.
Yeah.
We'll make it quick and dirty, just
All
like
right.
the movie itself.
Yeah, we'll see if there's a third one. It'll depend on how well this one does.
True.
I'm not gonna hold my breath, but if it happens,
hey,
hopefully it'll at least be okay as well.
Yes, it will be adequate.
Acceptable.
Yes. Exactly.
All right, I think we're done here.
Yeah, we're out.
Yeah, all right. See you later.
Later.